All right, guys, today we're going to check out a pedal that works with pretty much any amplifier. It's the Jeff Loomis Devil's Triad Essentials pedal by All Pedal. Let's get started. Thanks for joining me for today's episode, and full disclosure, I am being paid for this demo and I got sent the pedal here and I get to keep it. But as you guys know, on this channel I still give you the honest truth when it comes to anything that I review. So what I'm going to do today is prove it to you that this thing actually can work with pretty much any amplifier. I have 3 amps that I chose for this video. So I chose a classic voiced amplifier, which is the Mesa. That thing is amazing. It's kind of like that Soldano thing, you know, but it's, in my opinion, it's better. And I also have a big, fat, juicy amplifier, which is the Revv. And that thing sounds amazing. I'll be doing the purple channel on that. And I have a pretty sculpted and very aggressive amp, which is the EVH Stealth. I'm going to do the blue channel today. And I'm going to show you how versatile this pedal actually is. So let's take a look at the pedal here. So you have level, gain. You can use this as a preamp if you want. I'm not going to do that in this video, but you can certainly do that just by cranking the gain and then messing around with the tone stack here. You do have bass, middle, and treble. Let me put the bass to neutral. And then you also have pre and post knobs here. So basically the pre is basically going to boost your signal going into the pedal, and post is going to boost it going out of the tone stack, and it just kind of makes the tone stack even more active to my recollection. Now, if I'm wrong on that, I'm sure somebody is going to be correcting me in the comment section, but to my recollection, that's pretty much how this pedal works. And that's what makes it so versatile, you know, and I will be messing with these knobs quite a bit when I dial it in for each amplifier. So let's go ahead and get started with, you know what, let's start with the Revv right now. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's fire that up. Boom, there it is. So the pedal's off right now, so just kind of watch what I'm doing with the knobs as I'm dialing it in. And you also have a drive section and a boost section, and the boost section is going to work with these 2 knobs right here, and that really adds the fullness of the pedal and the signal coming out of the pedal. So here we go. Great sounding amp, awesome freaking sounding amp. I love this freaking amplifier. So let's go ahead and engage the pedal and tighten it up, make it more aggressive. Okay, so actually that sounds really good, but I think it's a little overly sculpted here. I mean, a lot of people might be happy with this. I'm going to turn the level all the way up. It was about 90% up. Now it's all the way up. So let's mess with the tone stack real quick before we add the boost section. All right, now a lot of people would be satisfied with that, but let's go ahead and engage the boost side of the pedal and show you what that does. And I'm going to really fine tune this and maybe get a little better feel out of it if needed. That feels even better. So now watch what happens when I turn the pre knob all the way down. So it gets a little empty. So that's what that knob does, and it just adds some fullness. So let's add that back in. That feels amazing. So let's go ahead and turn the boost off while I'm playing and turn it back on and show you what the difference is. Well, if you ask me, that sounds awesome. Now, I want it to be a little more aggressive, a little tighter, so let's turn the bass down now that I have the boost section engaged and really fine-tune this now. Well, there you have it. So let me show you something kind of cool here. So I'm going to turn this pedal off, and then I'm going to show you how versatile it is. Now, the Warm Audio Oddbox is amazing. It's a great pedal, but it's only really good for sculpted amplifiers. It's not super versatile. As much as I love that pedal, it is a bit of a one-trick pony. It's great for sculpted amplifiers that aren't so fat like the Revv is, you know. And it just kind of makes it mushy. So let me show you the difference between that pedal and the all-pedal Devil's Triad Essentials thingy. Too many words. You guys got to shorten your freaking names here. All right, so no pedal right now, so I'll show you the Oddbox and how that affects the amp, and then we'll go back to the all-pedal Devil's Triad Essentials. Okay, it made it more responsive, but it's kind of mushy and too full at this point. So now let's switch back to the Devil's Triad. Yeah, it's got that perfect amount of sculpting in there, and I really like that. Now, if I wanted a little more low end, obviously I can add that. I mean, I still got some headroom with these knobs, so let's go ahead and do that. That sounds freaking great. So this works perfectly with a really big, fat, amazing, aggressive amplifier. So if you haven't gotten a Revv, you're really missing out. I mean, that is a fantastic amplifier. So now let's go to the Mesa Barba and see how it works with that. Okay, so we'll start with the pedal off. And I'll just play a few riffs and then I'll engage the pedal. And we'll start from where we left off with the pedal on the Revv and just show you how different I'll have to dial this in for the Mesa Barba. Maybe I'll have to dial it in quite a bit different, maybe not, we'll see. All right, we're off to a pretty good start with the Mesa Barba. By the way, I'm on the Crunch channel, which is channel 2, and I have the negative feedback at 1 o'clock on that amplifier. So here's the tone stack, here's where it is, and then I don't even have the boost section engaged yet. So let's go ahead and turn that on and really fine tune this pedal for that amp. right, that's got a great feel and sound to it as well. What I like too is if you want this pedal to retain the overall tone of the amplifier and voicing of your amplifier without changing it too much, it'll actually do that, you know. The only thing you're going to hear out of it is maybe a little more aggressiveness, but and obviously a tighter sound, but the voicing of the amp won't change unless you really want it to. Let's prove that now. I'll turn the pedal on and off and show you. So as you heard, it retains probably 99% of the voicing of the amp. So with this particular amp, I can use the boost section or not, depending on what I'm looking for. So if I want a little more fullness, I can have it, or you know, by turning the boost on, or I can not have it. So let's see the difference here. It's off now. Okay, so with this particular amp, I chose these settings, and like I said, I could go either way with the boost, probably just like a, you know, what I'm craving that day kind of thing. But yeah, it works really well with that. So now let's go on to another amp. Let's go to the Stealth Blue Channel. Now this is a pretty sculpted amp, so I'm guessing I'm gonna prefer the boost section on and then really fine tune it and get that nice full sound along with some aggressiveness. So let's hear it with it off, and then we'll turn it on and dial it in from there. Okay, so right away, what I noticed is it definitely gets more aggressive and it gets more responsive, but it's a bit hollow, you know? Now let's see if we can fix that with the bass knob, and then we'll go from there. Okay, it helps, but I'm still wanting some more fullness, and the bass knob's not going to give me everything I'm looking for. Now, normally, if this pedal didn't have the boost side, I would say, well, this pedal's pretty cool, but it's not going to work for a more sculpted amp like the Stealth. But let's see if we can fix that. All right, if you ask me, that's freaking perfect. Now, the Odd Box was always the pedal that I chose for more sculpted amps like the Stealth, and it worked perfectly with them. But again, it works with sculpted amps, but not with more fuller, you know, slightly looser amplifiers. So it was kind of, like I said earlier, a one-trick pony. But with this pedal, I can use this on a classic type amplifier like the Mesa Barba. Now the Mesa Barba is a modern amp, but it's classically voiced a little bit as far as the voicing is concerned, because it's kind of like their take on a Soldano. And then the Revv is also a modern amp, but it's got that big fat juicy thing going on. It's amazing. And it's a fun amp to sculpt. And then of course with the Stealth, it's pretty sculpted as it is. And a lot of boost pedals don't get along with the Stealth. At least a lot of conventional boost pedals don't get along with it because they just overly sculpt it and it just gets really raspy and hollow. But with this pedal, you can get it to sound like that, but like I said, the boost section really fixes that. I'll show you that again. I'll turn the boost section off, play a few riffs, and I'll turn it back on. You really notice it on the lower notes quite a bit more when you have the boost section on and off. So I feel like the amp has more authority when you have it, the boost section engaged. It's got a bigger, fuller sound, and it doesn't feel so hollow and raspy. And it is a little more responsive with those settings as well. So anyways, well, I really do like this pedal, and if you have a collection of amplifiers and you're tired of sorting through pedals that will work with them, I would say give this pedal a try. I really think they did a great job on it. And Jeff Loomis is definitely no slouch of a guitar player. The guy's amazing, and he knows what he's doing, you know, when it comes to dialing in tones and stuff. So the fact that he had a lot to do with, you know, the voicing and the features of this pedal says a lot, you know. And All Pedal obviously is a great company. They make great stuff. So I would say give this pedal a try. I really think you would like it, and you'd be surprised at how versatile. Is it versatile? Versatile? Whatever. You'll be surprised at how versatile it is with all the different amplifiers that you may have in your collection, or when you buy another amplifier down the road, or trade in the one that you have or whatever. You don't have to go out buy a new pedal. I mean, this pedal will most likely work with any amp that you either have or will purchase in the future. Well, again, I want to thank All Pedal for sending me this amazing, very flexible overdrive / boost pedal so I can demo it for you guys. I hope you liked the video. Also, there is a link below to Motor City Guitar if you want to get one of these. They will send it to you faster than anybody else. It's an affiliate link. It helps me out. It helps you because you get an amazing deal on an awesome piece of gear. And you're also helping out a lot of great people at Motor City Guitar. They're my favorite store. They're awesome people. And give them your business. You know, they deserve it because they're amazing, and you'll get it faster than you would if you bought it anywhere else. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and like I always say, I'm just here to show you stuff, not sell you anything. If you like it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. And if you're looking for the best metal tones for any digital platform that are out there, go to my website, linked below, tonewars.com, and get some amazing profiles or capture packs or preset packs or whatever you want to call them for any one of the digital platforms that are out there. People are raving about them. They say they're amazing, and I really appreciate all the great feedback that I get from everybody. To all my Patreon supporters and subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're new to the channel and you like what I do here, which is basically give you unbiased reviews and give you unprocessed audio on your side, there's no compression, there's no EQ, there's no processing at all. It's all raw, real audio. If you like that, feel free to subscribe and click the bell so that you don't miss upcoming episodes or live streams. I got a lot more stuff coming up for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.